Hey, Jim Bucher here for Buch Back on the Beat to tell you about a really cool, fun event, all for a great cause, right here at the Montgomery County Fairgrounds, the beautiful Coliseum building, on Friday the 13th for our friend Pat Flanagan. But before we get into the event, Carlene and Mike, tell us a little bit about Pat for the folks that may not know.
Well, the reason we're doing this, Jim, is to benefit Pat Flanagan and his family. If you haven't heard, he's in a fight for with cancer right now. And Pat has opened his heart since 1976, since he opened the bar, to help all sorts of groups, police, fire, any group that wanted to have an event at his place. You know, he's really been a good neighbor to the community and everything else, and now it's time to give back to him a little bit. He's really concerned about his family and wants to get back out to play with the kids a lot. So we're going to help him do that with this event on Friday the 13th.
That's cool. And you know, Carlene, you and I have talked. You go into Pat's place, Flanagan's, of course, on Stewart, near UD, and you go in and you're, hey, Pat, can we use the place for a fundraiser? Before you can get the whole fundraiser, your pitch out, he says yes.
He says yes, and he's got his checkbook out, and he says how much. Exactly. And so we just want to give back to Pat and his family.
Okay, so what's going to happen here? The Coliseum, once again, the fairgrounds, Friday the 13th. And what's the event called, and what's going to happen?
It's called Fighting for Flanagan on Friday the 13th, and
that's a tongue twister.
Yes, it is, and that's December 13th.
Right.
And it's the event starts at 6 and it goes to 1 a.m. We're going to have live auction, silent auction. We've got all kinds of door prizes, all kinds of prizes to auction off. There'll be food, adult beverages, a live band, dancing. So it's going to be a really great event, and we'd really like the community to come out and support Pat and his family.
Okay, so where does one get tickets if you're watching this right now and they want to buy tickets? Where do they go?
Well, tickets are $10 in advance or $15 at the door, so you can get them at Flanagan's Pub, Harrigan's, Dublin Pub, and the Firefighters Credit Union on Patterson Road.
Okay, or you can get them here at the door, correct?
Yes, and but they're $15.
Okay, that's okay. So get them early. You want to get them early and get here that night. And I understand you have a big-time local celebrity coming into MC, but he couldn't make it, so you asked me. Is that how that goes?
Everybody's got to have a second choice, Jim.
Actually, I think it was fourth choice. All right, so for the people that don't know, and you described a little bit, how do you describe a Pat Flanagan, or is he indescribable?
You know what? He's just a great guy. I mean, I've known him for 30 years. Just about everybody, that I know has known him forever, and he's the benevolent host. If you've ever been in the bar, you've seen the picture of him, and I mean, he's near and dear to our hearts.
Yeah, that's what this is all about. Mike's going like this.
Yeah.
Give me the mic, Buch.
Well, I was going to mention our benevolent host, the portrait of Pat that's behind the bar, but I started working for Pat back in 1978 when I was a student at UD, and he's helped countless folks like me get through UD, learn a lot of things about running a business, and in spite of himself, we've remained friends for over 30 years. He's like a brother to me, and I just can't wait to hold this event and see the community come together and help Pat out.
Right. And you know Pat, there's going to be some laughs involved. All right, for more information, just go to the address right here, and we'll see you Friday the 13th. That's not a jinx, is it? We're not jinxing this thing. That's a good thing. It's a lucky thing,
It is. It is a lucky thing.
Okay. Guys, thanks a lot. Keep up the good fight. And Pat, we wish you the best, and we hope we're going to see you here Friday the 13th. Jim Bucher for Buch Back on the Beat.